The FemBioBiz Acceleration Program is back for Season 2, and the search is on for female innovators to stake their claim for $250,000 worth of prizes. This week, we are in Malawi, home to a population of 18 million, half of which are sustained by agriculture. The future lies with Malawian entrepreneurs who have the potential to play a pivotal role in addressing food security, unemployment, and health concerns. Phase 2 of the FemBioBiz competition in Malawi saw 8 entrepreneurs pitch their innovative ideas to our selection panel. Only 4 of the presentations will be selected for the final phase of the competition to be staged at the SA Innovation Summit. Here to test the strengths and weaknesses of their presentations is our judging panel consisting of 5 industry professionals. Firstly, representing the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Institute is Regional Manager Boardington Msulira. The Institute has generously contributed substantial cash prizes for the finalists. We also welcome a leader in the field of agriculture, Gabagila Chatata, Managing Director of Tantwe Enterprises, who is actively involved in seeking new innovations and solutions. Meet the MCCARTNEY gift LORA, an enterprise development expert working with the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism, with vast experience in fostering business linkages, SME policy and business plan development. And finally, one of our own, FemBioBiz Season 1 country level winner, Fani Gondwe. She rejoins us as a panelist to assist in the assessment of our new batch of entrepreneurs. The competition was close, with some really innovative products being pitched by our entrants. To those who made it through to Phase 2 of the FemBioBiz Acceleration Program, we congratulate you on this wonderful achievement and wish you success in your future endeavors. Meet Mona Lisa Banda. Her food production company, Wanga Enterprises, aims to provide sustainable food substances at affordable prices. They believe that a well-nourished population is healthier and more productive. But do our panel have the appetite?
At Wanga Enterprises, we are producing Nditanzi. Nditanzi is a flour product made out of a combination of pulses, seeds, and cereals. Why is this product different? Well, you find your nutrition in one meal. You have your breakfast, you're good to go. You don't have to eat sausage, chips, or anything. You're good to go. And market. Our market is the rural people and the low income in peri-urban areas. The management team, that's me on the driving seat. I come from the international development sector, but I've been working in the food industry for 5 years. And then I have a part-time nutrition specialist. I also have 2 production assistants and 1 shop assistant. Our call is $8,500. That will help us to increase production.
I would like to hear more about your strategy. From your presentation, you indicated that the ultimate market for the product is intended to be the low-income earners. So apart from expanding your production capacity, what other else do you want to do so that indeed you are able to reach to these low-income earners so that they should indeed access this highly nutritious product?
Okay, so right now we sell without the branding, because if we sell with the branding, then it is expensive for them. So if we sell with the branding, the price will go lower, but also we have a 500 grams option. And so, for instance, my mother will not take it as it is. She would have to dilute it with gaiwa because she thinks it's too nutritious. So there is that option for them to say, you could combine it with ordinary flour to just be able to, so when you buy one packet, it goes a long way. So maybe we could do some of that, education in our shop when people come to buy. But the big strategy right now is maybe to sell without the branding, because the branding is what makes the product expensive.
Have you thought about having some value-added products, making products out of this?
We actually do, like I said, in my introduction, he mentioned that I have eateries. So one of the snacks that you will find at my restaurant as the tumbuas, these are corn-made snacks from this flour, which I think I have somewhere for people to test. So yeah, we have done that.
Did our panel find her ideas palatable and have the right ingredients to be on the final menu? Let's hear what female entrepreneurs bring to the table in Malawi.
Malawi has a significant share of women in businesses. According to the 2012 FinScope survey, which was done in Malawi, we have more female entrepreneurs than male, because we have around 46% male entrepreneurs, the rest are female entrepreneurs. I hope that talks a lot about the magnitude of women in business in Malawi.
Please welcome TEMWANI GUNDA, founder of JAT Investments, providing competitive mushroom products and technical services to a wide range of customers. Their vision is to lead and shape the future of the mushroom industry. Will they win the day?
At JAT Farms, we've started producing button mushroom. This is a unique product which has got nutritional and medicinal importance. And also, it's got this freshness because it's been grown in Malawi, and the taste is better than the imported ones. And also the price is lower. We are producing this button mushroom. We've started with 10 women, hoping to increase to 50, and later on to 250, at least in the next 5 years. At JAT itself, the farm itself, we want to procure modern equipment. For instance, we want the shredder, the spawn making machine, the compost making machine, and also the van to transport the raw materials for this youth, and also at the farm for button mushroom production. Our sales revenue is positive. As 2017, we managed to produce 1.2 tons of mushroom, giving $16,000. And this year, by the end of this year, we're planning to get 3.6 tons of mushroom, giving us $40,000. We have graduates from LORA, starting from nutritionist, horticulturalist, and also economists who are managing the farm. If you want to make a difference and create job opportunities for these young youth, come and invest with us at the farm, as we're only looking at $40,000, which will help us to procure these, the equipment that I've just told you.
Why are you the right person to drive this organization, that your enterprise?
I have a background of agriculture. I'm a graduate from LORA. 2, the team that I had put at my farm, they are all skilled. As I already said, I have a horticulturist. This is a 34-year experience, who is also a graduate from LORA, who does mentoring and also training the youth and also my laborers at the farm. And also, I have the nutritionist who does the value addition. So myself, with my background of monitoring and also all the monitoring and of all the operations and background of agriculture, I believe I can do it. Thank you.
You mentioned that you sell this for 2,000 kwachas. You make a profit out of it?
This is 8,000 Malawi kwacha. Okay. But for me to produce the 8,000 Malawi kwacha, when I use all the inputs, when I calculate all the inputs, it goes up to 2,400 Malawi kwacha, thereby making a profit of 5.3 thousand.
In your business space, who are your competitors?
My biggest competitor are the imported mushrooms because they're taking most of the share on the market. And how I'm going to compete with them, I said already, is the cost. One, as you can see, this pattern mushroom is 2,000 Malawi kwacha. But when you go to ShopLite, it's going up to about 3,400 Malawi kwacha. Definitely, when I give them, they would need, because mine is lower. And also the taste. When they test this one, and they go to the ShopLite, the taste is completely different. Because those people, the retailers from outside Malawi, they do put some preservatives so that at least the button mushroom should stay longer. But this one is straight from the soils of Malawi.
Will the panel buy into their vision for the future and send TEMWANI to the finals? Let's hear why it's important for women to engage in agriculture.
Malawi is basically importing high-value vegetables at the moment. So I would love to see Malawi growing its own food. And women are so attached to food. And the younger generation, yes, of course, for the future food basket, we also have to involve them. So I would love to see a lot of women and the youth involved in farming. In the FemBioBiz competition, I'll be looking for originality. If you come with originality, it's always successful because it comes from you, it comes with passion. But when you're trying to copy, it's very difficult to succeed. So for those that are coming with originality, they have my heart.
Our next pitch is from Jean PANKUKU. Her company, TEHILAH Enterprise, focuses on adding value and process capacity for locally grown horticultural crops and legumes, their main ingredient being orange-fleshed sweet potato. Will our panel enjoy this?
So for the past 3 years, I've been involved in the product development of orange fresh sweet potato products. And I'm here to present to you the orange fresh sweet potato puree innovation as an ingredient for the bakery industry. Malawi spends about 27 million US dollars every year on wheat flour importation, and yet sweet potato puree can be used to replace some of the wheat flour in all the bakery products at 20 to 60% as a rate. And when you use the sweet potato puree, you are able to improve the nutrition of your products. At the same time, you increase the shelf life of the products, and you can be able also to get affordable baby food. But above all, there is an economic value for the bakery industry, in that when you use the sweet potato puree to replace the wheat flour, you are able to reduce your cost of production by 12% on average. But for bread alone, specifically, you can reduce by 10%. So the challenge now is to have this sweet potato puree as a raw material that can be available for the bakery industry, that can be easily accessible, that can be available in the shops, because it is highly perishable. At the same time, the sweet potato roots, they are seasonal. So the solution is then to come up with a shelf-stable puree. And for us to come up with this shelf-stable puree, we need about $14,000 to get the additional equipment like the pressure cooker, the vacuum packing machine, and the high heat resistant packaging material to be able to sterilize the product after packing.
Thank you for your presentation. I noticed that your targeted market is classified as general. Where exactly do you see your business getting more money out of this market? Is it the general market, or you are targeting specific segment of the market where you see that the business can make its money from?
I think my market was classified as general, as in the general business. But for this product, in my presentation, I indicated that my market, I'm targeting the bakeries, I'm targeting the women that are doing mandazi business, because they can be able to incorporate the puree for mandazi making. And I said I'm also targeting the mothers, because with the shelf-stable puree, you can then be able to pack it as a baby food.
Okay, so you make this compelling proposition that bakeries, which are one of your target clients, could save up to 12% by replacing the wheat flour with this puree.
Yeah.
You also claim that there is a definite demand, or people like the taste of it. Surely there must be some challenges in getting to this market. So what would you regard as your biggest challenge? Is it just the supply of the raw material and getting this equipment that you need, or?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is that with sweet potatoes, you have them plenty, like in abundance, in one season, maybe in 2 to 3 months. So much so that during that time, every farmer has the sweet potatoes to sell. But then I'm also, having restriction because of the capacity of the equipment, that I cannot be able to process as much as is available at that time. But just after those 3 months, then you also don't have the sweet potato, because you cannot keep them for a long time.
After a feast of information, we'll just have to see if the panel is satisfied enough to invite her through to the final round. But what should entrepreneurs take into consideration when looking for investors?
This is what the investor is looking at. One, your business has to be scalable. If I was maybe doing on a small scale, how am I going to upscale that business to go maybe even outside Malawi? Two is the value proposition of your business. Who are you helping, or what is your product trying to assist, and who is your customer segment?
Our next contestant is URSULA BANDA, who is a beauty consultant and an ambassador for women's entrepreneurship in Malawi. She is determined to utilize her country's abundant natural resources to penetrate Malawi's cosmeceutical industry. How will the panel respond?
I'm URSULA BANDA. I'm going to present Moringa Essence. It's a cosmetic hair and skincare line. Now, the issue I found on the market is this. We live in a country with wonderful, abundant resources, but we don't make use of them to actually have our own cosmetic line. Therefore, I came up with Moringa Essence. Why Moringa? It's powerful, it's great, and it's actually healing. The value proposition is simple. We have to create jobs, because where we're sourcing the raw materials from, there's a lot of wastage. The oils, the seeds are being underused. The market is simple. I'm looking at women and children who are living in the urban areas, who are able to understand the value of healing cosmetics. And these, the hair care line will address issues of damaged hair, natural hair that needs extra care, as well as the cosmetic line also look at problematic skin. The financial is simple. I need 1.2 million to run an MVP in the next 6 months.
I like the part where you observe that there is a lot of wastage out there, and you would like to address that. So how would you avoid exploitation of the suppliers in the name of accessing the raw materials for your products?
Part of what I've learned in the last 18 months, especially with my MBA, is about leadership. You have to have the three V's: virtue, value, and vision. And for me, virtue, I decided that if I'm going to do a business and do it right, I don't want to make money, even if like profit margins at 38%, for example. It's pretty much standard. I didn't want to do a business where I'm going to exploit people. So having worked as a consultant, especially in the field with smallholder farmers, I understand how this goes on. For me, I intend to control that by actually, from the get-go, creating the right cooperatives to start getting the raw materials from. And also that means having to train people who are not originally in that space to come in and then to join. Because the cooperatives that are already established that are providing, for example, raw materials to companies like JICA and OVOP, they've grown big, they understand the value of money, they even overprice themselves. So I'm going to identify people right from the start working with them, because that's what I space that I work in, and I'm great at forming cooperatives and monitoring them as well. And from that, making sure that we understand how much of that we're making from.
Will the panel be impressed by Ursula's pitch and send her on to the final round? Let's hear why SMEs should also start thinking beyond their immediate environment.
Programs like this ones, where SMEs come together to pitch their businesses, are quite important. Actually, SMEs in Malawi really need this because, you know, the world is now global, such that what we need to do is should be those that are also being done out there, because we are now in competition with the rest of the world.
Here to share her idea is Dr. Wezim Kwaila, the founder of Nyenyezi Agritech, a company which provides seed treatments as well as plant disease diagnostic tools, which use both traditional and modern methods. Will our panel see the growth potential?
And I'm introducing to you the innovation, which is a seed protection agent called Naturcot. It is made from naturally occurring compounds, and it provides a competitive advantage over the current products on the market that are being especially sold by the big, large multinational companies. It is also more environmentally friendly, and it is safer in that it produces less toxicity for those that are handling chemicals. So the technology enables us to layer around the seed. We can layer fungicides, pesticides, apart from tracers that enable seed producers to track their own seeds. So the current market would be the actual farmers, small and medium scale seed enterprises, plant breeders, and everyone that handles seed and are interested in seed. To license and pilot it, we're asking for about $4,000 for the first phase and $7,000 for the second phase.
Okay, so you are selling this or licensing this technique to seed manufacturers.
Yes.
And you mentioned that one of the things that why they might be interested in this is the price. It will be lower. Are there any additional kind of like values that you see this new technology would bring?
Yeah. In the first place, apart from the price, the cost, we also put in. We can customize the product. So this is a dynamic product in that we can use the current findings from research. Let's say if we need to put in inoculants in the seed coating, that is part of the packaging that you can layer. Then you can put in fungicides, and then with emerging diseases, you can change the pesticides or the fungicides depending on what you're responding to. So it's a very highly customizable product, and it is responsive to the current environment. Unlike what is already sold in the chemical marketing companies, they sell you a prefixed chemistry. So you only use it if, by luck, it is responding to the current challenge that you're dealing with. But let's say with the current situation where we're dealing with maybe a fungal disease that's wiping out seeds at establishment, and I've seen this in fields, like where you have a whole loss of a field because they used bad seed.
So, can Dr. Mkwaila's seed of entrepreneurial passion germinate within our panel?
For the young women entrepreneurs that are aspiring to be entrepreneurs, I would say go for your dream. Just start from where you are. Somehow you're going to make it. As you learn through the challenges that you face, you keep pushing on, you're going to make it. I had to step out of my social science job to focus on farming because I love farming. And with that, you succeed.
All the pitches have been presented, and after intense discussion and debate, the judges have made their decision and selected the final 4 to present their pitches at the SA Innovation Summit. Watch our next episode as the search for innovative African solutions continues.